going on, everybody? Welcome to Pitch Pop Live, where startup founders pitch their hearts out, but real users pop in or they pop out. And for the sake of our founders, I hope that we're popping in and not out. So, with that being said, we have an amazing audience who's also going to keep us amped and hyped for what's about to happen this evening. All right? We're not going to too much about you all just yet. The focus is on our founders, but whether you pop in or pop out, you will have an opportunity to introduce yourselves. So, with that being said, I want to start off with our first founder. We're gonna welcome to the floor Ariana, founder of Drinks First. My darling, you're all set. Talk to our real users. Who are you? What you have going on?
Hi, my name is Ariana Nathani. I am the founder of media and events company Drinks First. We are a media and events company centered in helping people meet each other, more specifically, dating. We are not a dating app, but we started in 2019 as a dating podcast where I interview anonymous singles and my listeners could match with them. That podcast went on to become one of the top 10% shared relationship podcasts on Spotify. And in 2021, we started throwing events for our community. So those events help people meet each other outside of the existing channels that already exist. We serve over 100,000 people who are subscribed to our channels. We have done events for up to 3,000 people, both nationally and globally, and we can hope to continue to scale and help people meet each other. To us, success is creating a connection, so I'm hoping to own that in-person space.
Nobody popped their balloon.
So kind.
That's a very good thing. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go person by person. I'm interested in knowing, why didn't you pop your balloon?
When you clarified that it wasn't a dating app and said the impact that you had, it seems like people are really being responsive to your brand, and I'm always Drinks First.
All right, awesome.
My name's Kimberly. As you were pitching, I was just thinking of all my single friends back in the UK. I used to play in a rugby team with a lot of lady friends, and the griping that they hear of them on the apps and the struggles that they're going through, and I thought they would love this. So that's why I didn't pop my balloon.
Question for you. Do you know if you have listeners in the UK?
I do, and we are expanding to London this summer, so let them know.
So what I just heard is you officially have an ambassador for your UK audience.
There we go.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Kimberly. All right.
About me, I'm single, that's why the number one is
Okay.
But that's not the exact reason, but reason is that now AI is very dangerous, what I feel. Because a lot of chatbot and the youth nowadays is interacting with the AI chatbot and they become more isolated. So we need more people who will do the physical activities so that people can actually socialize. And through this, actually our population rate is gonna be very slow. So I really want to have a good population rate.
So what I heard was, in a world where everybody's building AI solutions, there is a very high demand for more in real life experiences,
Absolutely.
and you're solving for that.
Yeah, there's a 40% increase in the past year in dating events on Eventbrite. It's very clear that people want to be meeting in person. I'm bullish on that. Technology will always be a part of us, but I do think when it comes to dating, that is one of the most human things people can do, and they're going to want to do it in person.
Are you aligned on that?
I'm myself AI engineer, so I cannot say AI is but I believe as having a real connection is more better than AI connection.
All right, last but never the least.
I'm Everett. I'm with Legendary Ventures.
Cool.
I like your idea because I think there's a market to be explored in in-person connection and dating. And I like how you're converting your audience from your podcast to your new platform. Can I ask you a question?
Please.
How do you monetize?
We monetize both through all of our media streams. We have a popular newsletter, podcast, and social media channels, and through events. And those events are either ticketed or they're sponsored. We work with a number of different brand sponsors, and that's how we do
Is
it.
there in-person events in the city?
Yes, there are.
Do you partner with the restaurants and the bars?
Yep.
Okay, cool, interesting.
So raise your hand if you think that you would choose Hinge over her platform. Oh? Oh, I didn't see that So is the hand staying up or the hand is going down? So you see yourself benefiting more from Hinge. So we had 50% of our real users say that they might rather use Hinge over your platform. What
Sure.
would you say to that?
There's no reason you can't use both.
And with that being said, you have 4 real customers, girl. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ariana. You
Thank
can
you
go
for having
ahead.
me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Calling up to the stage, we have Nadine She's the CEO and co-inventor of Tyga Smarts.
I'm the CEO and co-inventor of Tyga Smart, and there is my partner, Marty Spindell.
In between?
Together, we're on a mission to make reuse a daily habit. Not sexy, however, essential. So what we do is we help organizations, any organization, laboratories, emergency responders, whatever. They all have stuff. How many of them do you think they can find what they need when they need it? And so that's the problem we're solving. And we stop waste from the onset. We identify assets that are hidden or misplaced and convert them to visible, productive assets. What's the benefit of that? Well, we help companies stop wasting time, money, and planetary resources buying this stuff they already have and can't find. And how we do it is with the coolest little AI, which scans the room, identifies all the assets, counts them, uploads it to the database. Then, what we do is we take our industrial strength AI tag and keep track of it live anywhere throughout the globe so you can find what you need when you need it. The benefit is not only do we help organizations stop wasting money and planetary resources, but we're at the intersection of AI and IoT, both of which are burgeoning markets. IoT projected to be $36 billion by 2027. That is tomorrow. And the AI, you all know, 38% year-over-year growth. So with that, we are making reuse profitable, trackable. For tomorrow, let's make reuse not only a daily habit, but let's make our globe smarter and greener and leaner. Thank you very much.
All right. So Nadine, thank you so much for that pitch. Before I go ahead and move on to our potential users over here, what I'm hearing is you are about all things AI, IoT, and sustainability. So the real market you're operating in is in sustainability. What was the most intriguing thing about what she had to say?
I was thinking of your services and how it could be used. I was a teacher for 12 years in schools in Australia and the UK. When I was in the head teacher space, through COVID specifically, we had so much stuff in the school that we didn't know we had. We would order it again. You know, there was limited funding of what we had, so that was really frustrating to realize that we'd spent some budget on stuff we already had. So I could see the use of it, but I was close to popping it because your pitching just went a little long. You used some terminology I wasn't familiar with, but I was trying my best, so I stuck with it, and that's why I did pop.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. What about her pitch stood out to you?
I think she is amazing. Usually the people at this age want to retire, but she wants to actually change the world, even though it's a motivation for the youth, because if the people like her will come up and pitch here, why not us to change the world? So doesn't matter what she is building, but the problem is she have a curse.
Look at that. How do you feel about that?
I feel like namaste. Thank you for acknowledging and recognizing the work that we are doing.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
And I do want to come back to Kimberly for a second, right? Because this is an educational opportunity for everybody who's listening. Although you were intrigued by her pitch, you did have feedback, and the feedback was about the length. So, educational moment, what do you think you would have done a little differently to combat the length of that pitch?
I suppose I could have gotten to the punchline faster in terms of market size, opportunity, and how we're sitting at that intersection.
Okay.
Right? Because there's a gold mine right there.
Yeah.
Right? And from a market point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask? So we are helping Impact Founder for free. I will love to be provide our service for free for you, okay?
Okay, listen, a lot of things. Listen, you may have lost some balloons, but you have a real winner over here.
Listen, I know we are not for everyone. Impact inventing, and for a lot of people, it doesn't matter. They're looking for the ROI, and that's good. We're about impact. Again, it's not going to be my planet as long as it's going to be yours.
Ours. Thank you for that. I
So-
appreciate that.
And so whatever
thank
we can do, we're doing.
Okay, awesome. Now, we do have to get to the real of the real. Why did you pop your balloon?
So, pretty much I run a sustainable company, and AI is a little bit of my nemesis right now because AI drinks a bottle of water for every sentence you run. About 2 years ago, it used to be it drinks a bottle of water for every 50 sentences you run. But now, since people are using it from a video and photo perspective, it drinks a lot more. When you generate a PDF, when you generate a photo, when you generate a document, drinks 2 bottles of water. And we only have so much fresh water in our system. And the reason why it drinks the water is because they come from data centers. So you need something to cool down your data centers. And fresh water is used to cool these data centers. And what is it done afterwards? Discard. So my question to you is, how do you offset your carbon footprint after running AI on videos all day?
So thank you, Mike, for that question. I truly appreciate it. I am cognizant of that. We've run charts and models on how much water AI consumes. And so we're looking at some of the technology that's utilizing salt for the batteries so that we could stop consuming the water and allow the salt batteries to operate and provide energy to AI. Right? Yeah. So, and then we're also utilizing chips. I forgot to all show you all, but this is our little tag, right? We're looking to try to get a reusable chip that would decompose rather than create landfill problems. And so because reuse isn't just the only platform of our sustainability initiative, it's a global thing, right? It's life cycle. And so if we're consuming more energy than we're benefiting the planet, that's a ridiculous proposal, right? So, but we have investigated many ways of powering AI that are less impactful than right now. Thank you for that question.
Okay. Well, we're hitting the rock for that. Did you expect that kind of answer from her?
Not at all.
Okay.
I wanted to ask beforehand, but
Right.
my decision was already made, and I stick by it.
And that was actually the answer to part B. My question was, after you heard that response, do you change your mind? The answer is no. That's okay.
I still boycott AI.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. But also, thank you for having an answer. So we'll move on to you over here. So you did pop your balloon as well, and we're curious to know, why'd you pop your balloon?
The main reason is I got a little confused in the middle of your pitch when you're talking about companies' assets. Could you, in one sentence, could you clarify what your product does?
Yes. So what our product does in terms of corporate assets are kind of the ordinary things that are all over. Like an emergency room would have a lot of different equipment. Laboratories have equipment. All of that is huge volumes of equipment that are widely distributed that people cannot keep track of. And if you just dial it back to furniture and fixtures, right? Think about how we have remote work.
Yeah.
And we have people who are working at home with corporate assets at home. And we have people who are working in an office with corporate assets in the office. How is anybody going to keep track of who's got what at home? And have they returned it when they decided to leave their jobs or anything like this? I mean, the biggest problem is that we continue to trigger the supply chain to consume natural planetary resources to keep making the stuff that's already in existence that nobody can find. That's the problem we're solving. I told you from the get-go, it is not sexy. The problem is hiding in plain sight, and it doesn't matter. It's still huge when you look at the fossil fuel that's consumed, the natural resources that are extracted for no reason.
Thank you very much. You have a follow-up to that?
So you're building AirTag for everything. How it works is you stick it on top of the physical assets that you have
That's
at
right.
home.
Peel off the adhesive and poof.
And how do I know where my stuff is at? So do I check an app on my phone? Is that
That's exactly right.
okay? Because the main reason I popped was when you're talking about companies' assets, my mind went to the company's positions, long-short positions in the equity markets.
Exactly. Buildings or other physical
So if
assets,
you,
right.
if physical access makes more sense.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
That clarification.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, Everett. I will say that all things are not bad because if these 4 users or potential users were a true reflection of our global population, the good thing is 50% of the world might just be interested in your product. So with that being said, you have 50% of the population who wants to use your product. Congrats, you found your customers. Thank you, Nadine. All right, everybody, and now we welcome our next founder to the stage, Stefan, founder of Propel Earth.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right, so before we get into this actual pitch, honestly, my dear friend over here just told me that he has a surprise for you all.
I'm going to sing for you.
Are you gonna do it?
You're right.
All right, so anyway, on that note, so what we're actually gonna do is you're gonna spend the next 2 to 3 minutes telling us who you are and what you're building. Let's do that.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm incredibly grateful to be here presenting in front of you. I think when I think about the impact that I want to have on the world, I think about how I can connect with people who are trying to change the world in ways that they've never done before. I've been building a community right now of social impact change makers, and I've been helping them for free. My tagline is, I help founders for free. The idea behind this being that I want to solve global challenges together. Currently, the impact landscape is extremely fragmented. If you're trying to solve problems, you have to visit very many different websites, there's different resources, etc. But the way that we solve problems is through community. I was previously the community manager for a social impact venture studio, and I saw how difficult it was for impact founders to get the help that they needed. Specifically, the lack of resources available and the kind of bandwidth from volunteers not being able to help people actually solve challenges was the biggest issue that I saw. What I decided to do was to create my own community, Propel Earth, to help get volunteers from around the world to support people who are building companies that change the world in a positive way. What I've been doing right now is making a nonprofit, which is supporting companies through a public incubator model, and I'm raising currently for a venture fund, which is supporting the best teams coming out of this cohort to basically solve global challenges together. Thank you for your time, and I'd love to answer questions for you.
All right, well, round of applause. And what's actually crazy is, I was just about to say, shout outs to you for having no one pop their balloon, but let me rethink that statement because, my dear friend, 2 people actually did pop their balloon. Come on over, my friend, come on over. Why'd you pop your balloon?
So, I don't know what exactly is done here, but I do feel like people who are your audience will most likely connect, but also we don't want to bear out anybody from being a part of our business. So we have to use language that's easier for people to understand. So if they don't have a direct, if they're not like your direct client, maybe they're auxiliary. Maybe they can use some parts of your service or what you do in different ways.
Sure.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's really important to be inclusive. The values that we have at Propel Earth are both autonomy and radical accessibility, basically saying that you as an individual can change yourself in any sort of manner to help solve challenges, be a new person, and radical accessibility, meaning that you're including everybody and being very transparent. The one thing I didn't really mention was that building in public is sort of the methodology that we really employ, helping founders to share their message with the world, mostly green marketing, impact storytelling. And I think that's really important in terms of how you're describing it, is that you need to be saying a message that really resonates with the world in a way that is not specifically exclusive by using, like you said, verbiage.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, fun fact, Everett over here is actually an investor.
Yes.
So from an investor perspective, why'd you pop your balloon?
First of all, from a non-investor perspective, I think the problem you're solving is too broad. And I don't see the clear customer prop here. Second of all, from an investor standpoint, we're not charity, so you lost me at I help people for free. Among other questions that I had, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely understand your not interest in this. Right now, we're not specifically looking for investment. We're looking for our nonprofit to raise non-dilutive funds to help people for free from foundations, nonprofits, et cetera. But we are raising a venture capital fund specifically for impact-focused change makers. And some of those you might be interested in yourself, but I understand you're saying about the sort of business model of helping people for free. What I didn't really get into at all is how we expect to monetize the platform. One of the ways that we're doing so currently is that we have a marketplace of service providers who are specifically focused on helping social impact companies in ways that are either volunteering or we get a percentage based on every time that they help a company for a specific task that they do outside of volunteering work.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. In interest of time, I'm actually not going to be able to check in with those who kept the balloon, but what I will say is thank God they did not pop that balloon. So with that being said, thank you so much for keeping those 2 balloons. You have provided him with some level of reassurance, and maybe they need to be a part of your ecosystem. How about that?
He already is. He's my CTO.
All right, look at that.
I
So
stuck him
should
in
we get
here.
rid of him because
That's
he
what I was
probably
saying.
shouldn't be there?
No, but thank you, Angela.
But thank you all so much, and thank you. Take care. All right, everybody, now welcoming to the stage our next founder. We have Emilio, founder of Subscription Intern.
Thank you for having me. Hi, my name is Emilio. I am the co-founder and CEO of Subscription Intern. We help companies find the very best talent, so think Duke, Yale, Georgetown students, for the equivalent of $6 an hour. And the way we're able to do that is we get students fully subsidized by the university. So the end cost for the company is $6 an hour, but students get paid a lot more than that. We take care of talent acquisition, management, offer letters, IP contracts, you name it. All of this has led us to currently serving over 75 companies and placing over 140 students across those 75 companies. And we currently have over 3,000 students who are actively seeking internships on our platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. I do like how you did not allow that balloon to distract you, but what we're going to do is
Laser focus.
We're going to go right on over to find out why that balloon was popped. So my dear friend, I am extremely curious, and so is he. Why'd you pop the balloon?
Why companies are not going to pay the money? Because they are making a business, so supposed to pay, and university will put money in the research so that we can help more, create more innovations. Instead of companies are already profitable, why they are not able to pay?
Yeah, so we serve early stage startups who cannot pay students. So we're able to attract a much larger pool of students because we're able to essentially benefit students who traditionally would have not been able to take on unpaid internships. We serve early stage, the middle market, right? Not the Uber, Googles of the world, but, and they get paid very well.
My follow-up is that if the startup is so early, so students are not going to learn a lot of things.
I would disagree. Some of my best learning experiences were in early stage, startups and companies. You wear multiple hats and you really learn, what it takes to run a business, rather than, focusing on one very, very small area.
Our tax money is going to be paid by actually student, okay? And the company who is making profit is not going to pay the student, right?
Not the tax money. So as you know, universities are very expensive. Students are paying a lot of money. It's not leading to jobs. And so the university is the one subsidizing this, not the tax dollars. I mean, look, we'd love to expand to government programs and nonprofits, foundations, things like that. But yeah, this is strictly to benefit interns.
Okay. I do want to ask you this question because you were shaking your head a lot, right? And maybe in a good way, maybe in a bad way, I'm not sure. But you did not pop your balloon, so I want to know, why didn't you pop it?
I think with the current market and just even ones coming out of uni and college these days, it's you need on the ground job skills. You need to build those connections. It's all about networking, and so I think it was an agreeing type shake nod. I knew what you were saying. It was short. It was succinct. I was with you the whole time, and so that's why I was engaging with Emilio.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we can't get through everybody, but the
That's
good
all
thing
right.
is, like I had told Nadine earlier, but your stat is a little better. If this was a reflection of the entire global population, 75% of the global population would think that your product should definitely be in this market.
That's good.
How do you feel about that?
Great.
As you should. Thank you so much, Emilio.
Thank you for having me.
So we've heard from a lot of founders so far, and this show is still not done yet. So with that being said, we have a lot more in store for you all, and the next person I'm going to call to the stage is Anthony. He's the founder of Akcru.
My name is Anthony Stevens. I'm the CEO of Akcru. Akcru is a multifarious streaming platform, but I'll keep it simple. It's a social streaming platform, but multifarious sound more serious because it's the first of its kind. So right now, millions of college students are jumping between expensive streaming services and various online dating apps in the hopes of finding a connection to no avail. Our company, Akcru, solves both problems by combining it into one platform. So think Tinder meets Netflix, but smarter. Because what we don't match you based just on your facial expressions or even random swipes. We match you based on a particular movie interest or even a movie genre. So this way, when you meet someone, you have at least a baseline connection to actually try to find that spark that everyone in this room is looking for. So right now, we're on about 6 college campuses. It just keeps spreading. I can't stop it, so that's why I'm here today, to keep it going.
Okay. Thank you. Before I send it over to them, I actually want some clarity. So you're telling me that if I'm a fan of rom-coms, and you're matching based off of my movie interests, you're gonna connect me to a lover boy?
Pretty much.
I like that. All right, let's go. All right, so we're gonna go straight to the person who popped their balloon, and I'm so curious to know, why'd you pop that balloon?
There is a lot of matching here. We don't need more.
That's fine. Hey, listen, man. There's always more money. Dating and sex sells.
Heard that. All right, thank you so much. Now, I'm curious to know from your standpoint, how do you feel about this platform, and do you see it being a profitable company?
I was gonna ask what your business model is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sure. Like most streaming platforms, because we do have a social component, we do have a free entry, where you could just enter the app for free. But if you do want to actually consume the movies, there is a baseline of a $4.99, and then you want premium is $9.99, which is not ad supported. So you, as a platform user, could come on, game for free, have fun with your friends, and that's it.
I didn't mean to jump like that, but I had to. Got it. Did that answer your question? Yeah. I'm curious to know over here, because you're a super user of Hinge, so clearly they should sponsor you. You mentioned, if I had to assume, you popped your balloon because he said Tinder, not Hinge. Let me stop. Why'd you pop your balloon?
I almost feel like I had to defend myself. But in reality, I'm not much of a movie buff, so it's like, I would probably get no matches off of that because I don't know nothing about no movie. I don't know no actor. And then also, I just know that, in order to stream media, you have to have licenses. And those licenses can be kind of expensive. And the movies that I like, I feel like their license is probably crazy.
Nah, I come from the film and television role. It's not expensive for us.
Okay. All right, we'll ask one more. Why did you pop your balloon? Because I don't think you've popped a balloon yet.
I think it was just another financial commitment that I couldn't see college students wanting to commit to. I just thought it was just another cost. And I can see that it links in with the dating, but it's the justification. And I think, I reckon you could also hack the system. You're like, well, I want this kind of person, so these are the movies I will purchase to watch, to be linked with.
Interesting.
That's all. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for that feedback. I do want to provide you with some reassurance. The good thing is, although 3 out of 4 people popped their balloon, the person that kept theirs see themselves probably being a user, but probably also being an investor.
Awesome.
And what could be better than your users wanting to invest in your company?
We'll win.
Can't lose with that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and thank you
guys.
for your pitch.
All right.
We have 2 founders left. With that being said, I want to welcome our next founder. Her name is Logan, and she's the founder of Ticker. All right, so before we get started, I do want to acknowledge, I love the name. The only thing about it is it makes me think a lot about TikTok, but hopefully nobody else feels that way, and they shouldn't because there's a $ in there. That should say everything you need to know. So with that being said, who are you and what are you pitching today? Sure.
Hesitation holds us back from love, adventure, even opportunity. And investing's no different. Most new investors don't know where to start, who to trust, or what's real. The market's flooded with fake screenshots, hype, and anonymous advice. That's not guidance, it's chaos. That's why we're building Ticker, a verified social investing app powered by AI. We connect directly to users' brokerages so you can see what your friends, family, and trusted investors are buying and selling in real time. No fluff, no fakery, just the facts. Then our proprietary AI kicks in. It learns your investing style. It routes your questions to the best fit language model and serves insights tailored to your level of sophistication. We don't tell you what to do. We equip you to decide. The market is massive, with over 500 million retail investors globally. At 168 ARPU, that's an $84 billion opportunity. We plan to monetize through AI tooling, premium features, and data. In less than 2 quarters, we've built our MVP, partnered with 12 college investing clubs, assembled a national launch team, and lined up over 120 early users, all before hitting the App Store. We're building the future of investing, transparent, personalized, and powered by real people. Hesitation holds us back, but Ticker moves you forward. Thank you.
Imagine I dropped that. I have nothing to say. Let's go over here. You got me. You got me. Why are you the only person who has popped their balloon so far?
I need a little more clarification on your product and how it's trying to solve the problem you're trying to solve, which is, from my understanding, investing, right? And you want to know the people who are closest to you, where their money is going. Is that?
So our mission is to lower the barrier for investing for specifically first-generation investors who don't have a guide, especially females and people of color, like myself. I didn't have a guide when I got into investing, and so I really started in group chats with friends, learning what they were investing in. That's where I got a lot of my insights. We would share the research we were doing and the stocks we were investing in, and so we're just creating a community for that through an app.
It's a community app that you can talk to the people that you're connected with and then learn about their investments.
Yeah, so there will be a feed where you can see what your friends and family or anyone you allow to see what you're investing in, or they allow you to see what they're investing in. So you can see it, it's verified in real time, it comes directly from the brokerages. Is that a pop?
It sure is.
But there's community features that we're building out as well as the AI.
Okay. I would start with that the next time when you pitch. I was just a little confused on how the app works. But.
Thanks for the feedback.
So my question to you is, now that you have that context, would you still have popped your balloon?
Yes.
All right. Sorry, girl. Let's step on over. Okay. So you did spare her till the very end. You actually spared her up to the point that we got to him. Was it something in that his question and her answer that led you to actually pop your balloon?
He said, we are going to help the people with the money investing. I cannot trust anybody until I cannot verify myself to invest the money somewhere. So instead of investing, taking the money from the people, why not we just provide awareness so that the people decide itself where to invest?
Yeah, so we've talked to a lot of college students, and a lot of them are looking for social proof as well as the research and other things. So we've kind of categorized 3 different categories of investors. There's very sophisticated college investors, there's low experienced investors who want to learn and are looking for the education piece, and then there's these medium level investors who have invested before, they're not as hesitant, but they just want to know, is anyone else looking at what I'm looking at? Like, is Apple a good trade? Do my friends agree?
Okay, if I know, I need to invest in crypto or somewhere and anywhere, so there is already platform why I need to choose your platform. Then I don't have a trust because it's a new, and already I'm not getting much benefit because the company is a new. So instead of getting more benefits, I'm not getting a lot of benefits. So how you guys are tackling this problem?
So what's the other platform that you'd be using that verifies it?
There is a lot of platforms. So
like what?
A lot of companies, a lot of investment banking. Chase is a very good, Bank of America have a very good program. So if I know where to invest, there is already existing infrastructure to invest.
What I'll do is to assist him with that. Let's say, how would you compare your product to a Robinhood or a Webull?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we're not a brokerage ourselves. We're a social platform where you can see what others are investing in on those brokerages. So we verify that the trades are being made. So there's social proof rather than people just being on YouTube saying that they're really good at investing. There's actually like a blockchain like record of what you're investing in.
Okay, best luck.
Okay, awesome. All
Thank
right.
you.
Let's let it. Oh, let me stop. Why did you not pop your balloon?
I love the idea of it. I started doing personal investments this year, and I have a competition with my husband. We thought we'll just put in X amount and we'll see who's doing better, and obviously we had a little drop in there. So we were both like, I think talking about finances is something that people don't feel like they can do, but the more I've started talking about it with just friends and family, it's so important because it increases financial literacy, and I think that's something that a certain demographic of people might be doing all the time, but I know I didn't grow up in a family with money. We were paycheck to paycheck in Australia. So I just think that this is such a great idea, because since I've started doing this and starting these conversations, having a chat with my dad, what are you doing? What are you investing in? Why did you pick that one? So we've been using Vanguard, but then I want to understand, why did you choose that? And so I think this is just a brilliant idea, because I think the more financial literacy and conversation can only lift each other up.
Thank you. You explained it better than I did.
Oh, all right. But come back in. Now, I have a question, right? So I like how basically what you mentioned right now is about competition, right? And when we translate that into tech, we're talking about gamification. Do you foresee yourself, based off of what she just said, implementing more gamification opportunities in your products?
Potentially. So I'm a lawyer by trade, and so we do have to be careful around gamification. If you see Massachusetts sued Robinhood, for instance, for the gamification aspect, we are looking at potentially playing around with something like leaderboards, where maybe college clubs or college universities can kind of compete and show who has the highest ROI. You can form groups with your friends, and then we could also have individual, like Kimberly's ROI is higher than her husband's, for example.
All right. You got to add that for her. For someone who's so anti-AI, what made you want to not pop your balloon for an AI-powered fintech product? Let's hear about it.
So I really have two questions. And the reason why I didn't pop is because the intro was really good. You commanded people's attention. People told other people to be quiet. So the pitch started off like a true pitch. It really ate, I guess, for another version. But then I was like, your confidence stopped me from popping, because then it allowed me to ask questions so I thought you would be able to answer. And since you're a lawyer, I want you to tell me how, from somebody who works in finance, from FINRA regulations, financial, what is it? Financial something? It's a regulatory association. And really, it stops people like me who work in banking from doing trades and having people mirror it. Trade mirroring is literally a crime. So how do you prevent that? How do you screen for that?
That's a great question. So that's something we are working on, especially with KYC and seeing like who is actually signing up for our app. Are they able to invest? So that is something that we should definitely add to our checklist, is a good point. That's also part of the reason why we're starting with college students. They're not really at that point yet. They're more likely to share the app and text more people about it. So they're telling their friends at home, they're telling their friends at other campuses, and they're not yet professionals in the field where they have to drop off in that way.
And then what happens if someone, KYC is know your customers. So you basically document a background on whoever is using your platform or whoever is using your services, so you understand what they can and cannot do from a regulatory standpoint.
Correct.
So then how do you stop people, or then what happens if someone like me gets on your app and decides to not let you know who I am, and instead allow all of my friends, family, or even people from online randomly to follow my progress to then make money?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's exactly the thing. That's the problem we're tackling right now. So we're still in beta, private beta. We're figuring that out right now, but it is something we're talking about heavily.
And that's why my balloon ain't popped.
The privilege that you had over other founder contestants is we took the time to hear from every single person up here. So for a more educational opportunity, what do you think was the biggest learning of actually hearing from everybody, both the pros and the cons?
Like in general in process, or biggest takeaway? I mean, I think Mike had great feedback, because you're in the profession as well, and that's something that we need to be thinking about, is who's signing up. But also, Everett in the back here, like that's a good point of what to start with and what's unclear. This is a new pitch that we're testing out because we just incorporated the AI, so very helpful feedback.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. On the bright side, 2 people would love to be your customer. You still one, girl.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, we're down to the final pitch. And the coolest part about this pitch is there's a physical product to my left. I'm hoping that some people get to demo it. I know I will. I don't know much y'all, but I will be demoing this product. So with that being said, before I get too excited and start pitching it myself, I'm gonna look at you over here, Chris. Tell us who you are and tell us more about your product.
Hey, how you doing? Chris Gustav, grew up in Flatbush, lived in Long Island as well. 10 years in the United States Navy, 3 years in Virginia, 3 years in Italy, Naples, Italy, 2 years in Bahrain. My last year stationed in Bahrain, the Middle East, I taught myself how to code, Python, Golang, AWS, Terraform, cloud engineering. Got a job, got out the Navy 2019, worked at Nordstrom Technology, Venmo for 2 years doing SRE, software engineering, AWS, cloud engineering, machine learning, AI, Facebook Artificial Intelligence Research Center for 6 months, and then Hidden Layer doing AI cybersecurity. And about 2 months ago, I started this product about 4 years ago, but 2 months ago, I basically put my entire life into this to get to this point. So here we are with Model V3. Oma mirrors. Oma comes from the word Oma Lisha. Oma Lisha is Nigerian Igbo for beautiful. So every time you say Oma, you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're saying the word beautiful, which means you're consciously like reaffirming your beauty. Right, so we click on the mirror. What we have here is the Gmail Yahoo calendar. This connects to your Gmail and Yahoo. You'll be able to update it via the app. You'll see your calendar in real time. These are quotes that rotate every minute on the minute, and you'll be able to update these, choose what type of quotes, female quotes, motivational quotes, or what have you. Obviously, you see the day and time is off. When we connect to Wi-Fi, it updates automatically. You also will have like a login situation that will allow you to log in and basically connect your app to this mirror, control this mirror from the app. So let's say you wanted to just look at the mirror. You just press the mirror button. Just look at the mirror. Let's say you wanted to just look at some 3D art. You select the 3D art portion, and then any of the 3D art you want to have up, you can interact with it. It becomes a screensaver, and at any point in time, let's say after an hour, if you're not using the mirror, you have a screensaver to use. There's another portion of the 3D art here. Most of these 3D art is interactable. Your kids can use this or what have you. Now, the main part of this is the Oma Makeup AI. The Oma Makeup AI is an AI algorithm I've been working on for some time now. We're at the portion here. We used to have Fenty set up here. We removed that for a demo with another investor, but we are able to connect to different APIs from there, test out the products of whatever you want to test. I'll go ahead and do it myself. So I'm in the camera. You see my eyebrows already have something going on here, right? I could choose different color for the lips. See the lip colors changing? You see that, right? So from there, your girl is able to test out the colors of the makeup or what have you, and verify. She could test out what color she wants to try on before she purchases it, what have you. We had Fenty on here, and we had Maybelline on here, but we had to remove them for a demo. I wish I kept them. But we do have the ability to scrape Fenty and Maybelline's website and eventually have an exclusive deal with them, exclusive licensing deal with them, and have them inside of Sephora and stores or what have you. We also, when connected to Wi-Fi, and the mirror is connected to the same Wi-Fi, you can cast YouTube from your phone onto the mirror. That way you could watch a makeup video on your phone, on the mirror while doing your makeup on the mirror. So yeah, we also plan to have tutorials and some other features added on soon. So.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. So you lost 2 balloons during the pitch.
Yeah.
And you lost one after the pitch concluded.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this reverse. We're gonna go to a fan. Okay?
Nice.
So come on over.
I didn't pop my balloon because I could see myself using it, and I could see the people who would be using it. So I'm even thinking, so when you showed the 3D visualizations, having worked with kids with special needs and who might be stimming, like I could just see the students that I've worked with over the years just spending hours on that thing and just loving it.
My sister, she works with autistic kids. So I see what you're saying. I know how to do that. I know how to apply that, yeah.
Yeah, I think also being able to have it synchronized and have, the YouTube tutorials and things like that, I could see myself purchasing something like this, and that's why I didn't pop my balloon. I will say that I think when it came to the actual demo side of things, it maybe got a bit long in the descriptions.
Yeah.
And I think there were a couple of dismissive comments you made, like, oh, I wish I did this. It's like, no, don't tell us that it wasn't perfect. You have just given us the most perfect pitch, so sell it as that. And I think even your introduction at the start, I probably didn't need to know the amount of time you spent at companies, just that you worked there and you got the experience. I don't need to know the backstory. I just need to know that I trust you. And that's it.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You got a fan. All right, so we're gonna go over here. You popped your balloon and you popped it during the pitch. So we wanna know, why'd you pop your balloon?
The number one reason, it's not my expertise, so I don't understand the product. Number two, that has a software engineer and user experience design. I don't see accessibility. Like I cannot use this product if like it's not if user friendly. So I don't like anyway this.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I get it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, we're gonna come over here. Why'd you pop your balloon?
First of all, thank you for your service and super impressive experience. If I didn't get it wrong, you're selling the mirror as the hardware, right?
Hardware and the subscription still be the hardware. Just like you purchase your iPhone and with different apps, there's subscriptions that you subscribe to. That's the process here. So the makeup would be a subscription. The 3D art, there's certain defaults that are free to use and make it engaging. And there's certain, past a certain line is when subscriptions are applied and people have to subscribe to them, yeah.
Okay, cool. And I just think that there are software out there that does very similar things, like makeup try-on on your phone. So I think that's a potential competitor. And also, I think it's a little hard to sell the actual physical product to people. Yeah, but that's my business.
Understood, thank you.
So my follow-up to his comment would be, do you see this being a product that's more a B2B product or a B2C product? Who are you genuinely selling
It's gonna
to?
be both. You're gonna see it both. You're gonna see it both.
Okay.
A lot of things I kept like close just for this pitch, but you're gonna see, within the next couple of months, you're gonna see how well it gets ingrained in the tone.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Last but not least, why'd you pop your balloon?
Man, I hate Nigerian crime, boy. I will say that if I could just pour it all out, is that okay?
Oh, go ahead. We're here.
Ooh, so I really like what you created, and I feel like your personality tells me that you got it in the bag. There's nothing that questions me if you're capable, but I also heard too much about you at the beginning. I want to hear about your product and your business and how can I invest in it. What you gave me in the beginning would be great for Instagram, great for TikTok, for people to get to know who you are. They're going to eat that up. But then also when it was the demo had a little color issues, it had some stuff, and I also feel like my colleague pointed it out that you had mentioned like, oh, we took some stuff off, which made it even more transparent. If you hadn't said anything, I would have thought that the video should be like that, but after you said that you like made some last minute switches and it's not ready, then I'm like, is the mirror supposed to look like that? Because if you would have just went with it, I would have been like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look. But I do think it's a great product. I think a lot of countries, surprisingly, are investing in this. A lot of nations are investing in stuff like this because it also includes AI, facial recognition. It has a lot of places to go. But overall, I just wasn't too big of a fan of the pitch. And I also feel like as business owners with big personalities, we can't let ourselves stand in front of the ability for our product to perform. And I feel like you stood in front of it a little bit too much and kind of blocked it from me being able to see it.
What I see, if you cannot focus on this hardware, just focus on a mobile application that is already people are using the phone.
No. Yeah. This is, again, same thing I told him. You guys are going to see this in a couple of months. Work B2B and B2C. It's going to be both, not just software.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to just do the software.
Yeah, so the people can easily access the software because most of the time people are not going to buy more.
Again, we have a mobile app that a user would be able to use, and that same feature, the makeup feature, would be available in the app. But the entire concept is the mirror, having a mirror engaging and having a user engage with the mirror and like use it for different type of features. Having it just on the software, Sephora did that, Ulta did that, Maybelline did that, and nobody's talking about it, right? So how do we keep the user engaged? Have something that's they're looking in every day, right?
So have you validated this product with somebody before?
Sorry?
You validated this product with some people?
Yes, we have 200 plus pre-orders. That's off of one TikTok video. 200 plus pre-orders off of one TikTok video, right? So like this is something that is working, is engaging, and is.
It's not my expertise with the hardware, but I will help you with the software.
Okay.
If you could help with investments, we're good on the software. I got it.
But follow-up question to that actually. So you made a comment that you had 200 pre-orders.
Yeah.
How much did they pay for this product?
We didn't charge them for the pre-orders.
Oh, so it's a wait list.
We had a TikTok video. Her name, I'm blanking on her name. She posted the link for us. We had a questionnaire. They had to fill out the questionnaire. If they successfully fill out the questionnaire, they were allowed to be applied to the 200 plus pre-orders. We had like 500 people do it, and we took the 200 that applied for everything.
And then when they have the opportunity to actually pay for the product, how much will it cost?
We're hoping to aim between 500 and 650 for now. And there's going to be different shapes and sizes. It's going to be a bigger circular one, a big square one like this for your bathroom, a body one that for the closet. I forgot what that's called. So it's going to be different shapes and sizes, and there'll be different prices.
Okay, I think you had another comment, right? Let's slide on over here. Come on over. What was your question?
I'll have to disagree with his feedback on the pitch. I actually think that it's good to include the personal experience in your pitch. Just keep it a little shorter and put it at the end.
I have to double down on my comment. We just can't stand, like, I have a big personality. You guys probably see it. But I can't stand in front of my business and block my business. And I feel like you already know what you're doing, Chris. You already know what you're doing. And it shows in like everything you do. Like, you got this in the bag. But I think sometimes we need to learn how to remove ourselves just a little bit to let our business flourish. And I even have to give feedback. Like, when people say shit that you have no agreement with, you just gotta let them finish and sometimes go, okay, yeah, sure. People give me suggestions for my business all the time. I do plant art, people be going crazy with it. No, I don't do fairy gardens, I don't put shells in it. But when people tell me to do that stuff, I just be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Because at the end of the day, they're invested in my business and they're trying to give me ideas. Even if I think they're bad ideas that I'm never gonna do, they're invested in my business and trying to give me ideas. So all I do is eat that and then turn and try to use their investment or their interest a different way to guide it to where I'm gonna go. And sometimes I might say, like, nah, I don't do that. But then go on to like what I think they might be helpful with, or just engage with them further because they're a new follower and a new supporter. So sometimes I think we just gotta like, I don't know, eat it sometimes and then just relax and let our business do what it do, because you're a capable founder already. And when people go to figure out about the business, go to figure out about you, they're gonna see all that. They're gonna figure it out. If they're invested in your product, they're invested in you. And sometimes you need to get people invested in you first. But I mean, there's a few points that I took away from that. This guy has an extensive background in everything that he does. And he also helps save us and take care of our country. And I feel like those two things, you highlight those, people are gonna be on your team no matter what.
Thought I did at the beginning, but
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
So you were the final founder.
Yeah.
You had the opportunity to hear from every single person up here.
Yeah.
You do have one customer, and the good thing is,
Yeah.
at least on a user perspective or user standpoint, this is really for the ladies for the most part, right? So
Absolutely.
the fact that a lady did keep her balloon, that's not bad.
Absolutely.
So my final comment to you, it could be question mark, but my final comment to you or question to you would be, after everything you heard up here, what's the biggest learning lesson that you've received?
So like he was saying to not push yourself, to not promote yourself. This entire, like the past 4 months, I've heard the opposite. So what I've learned is like, let me just keep doing these pitches until I get my capital and not just move. I won't have to deal with this anymore.
Okay.
I mean, like I appreciate the advice, but I never want to sit here and deal with this anymore. I want to get back to building this. Man, thank you guys for the advice. Thank you for the energy and the motivation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, with that being said, all good things must come to an end. So while I can sit here and thank my lovely founders who are not next to me, if they can hear me, thank you so much for participating. But I really want to say thank you to our customers or our users, because you stood here the entire time. I'm wearing slippers and my feet hurt, so thank you so much, because if your feet feel like mine, I can only imagine. But for everybody who actually watched this episode and this pilot today, thank you all so much for tuning in. We had some very brave and courageous people come up here and have to listen to balloons get popped during their pitch, to the point that it had me tweaking over here a little bit. So I hope you all enjoyed it. We have people who put a lot of effort into making this happen, and hopefully you all want to see part 2 of this. So thank you all so much, and yeah, tune in for the next one.
Make some noise for everybody who came up here with an idea. I'm definitely getting that mirror. The mirror was fire. We started from the top. Yeah, my best friend, yeah, my best friend, yeah. Yeah, she wanna be with me, but I look at her like a best friend. Know that you look good, but I really want your best friend. Oh yeah, I had my back stabbed, I forgive, I don't forget about it. I'm making plays that tell you in the city, they won't forget about it. Oh yeah, baby I'm on. Baby I'm on. Oh yeah, baby I'm on. Baby I'm on. Oh yeah, she wanna be with me, wanna come through, let me take it off. We got the second base when a man call, try to play it off. I'm not the type you keep secret, go tell a friend. Girl, you taste so damn sweet, this a bitter end. I wanna make sure you good, I wanna bring you around my hood, I wanna bring you around my place. Put your hands on my waist, she got bars in her body, she could body me. Fuck her up, just show me where the hotties be, oh yeah. Niggas be playing this shit, women be playing this shit. I can't build no glass house, I've been laying the bricks. Why would you throw that stone and not claim the shit? I never say you a bitch. What? She wanna be with me, but I look at her like a best friend. Know that you look good, but I really want your best friend. Oh yeah, I had my back stabbed, I forgive, I don't forget about it. I'm making plays to take to a city, they won't do shit about it. Oh yeah, baby I'm on. Yeah. Baby I'm on. Oh yeah, baby I'm on. Yeah. Baby I'm on. Oh yeah. Get in my bag, just what a baddie need. Give it a bag, that's what a baddie need. You my first from that side of town. They told me watch you close, let's get closer now. Oh yeah. She a baddie, I gotta have his game on, I'm T. Having hoes getting watered down, I'm trying to play in my seed. Lost one shorty, ain't cry about it. Yeah. Got one shorty, I die about it. Oh yeah. Baby I'm on. Yeah. Baby I'm on. Oh yeah. Baby I'm on. Baby I'm on. Let's just keep running it. I feel the vibe. Let's just keep running it. Let's do the second one. What am I? Yeah. We gonna change up the vibes a little bit. Yeah. I feel the signs. I feel the signs washing over my face. I feel the signs. I feel the signs washing over. What am I? What am I to do with me? What am I? What am I to do with me? What am I? Yeah. You watching over the window. Emotions change as the wind blow. You know I'm where you can find me. You should be standing beside me. You watching over the window. What am I? What am I to do with me? What am I? What am I to do with me? I feel the signs. I feel the signs. I feel the signs. I just finished up on my last shift. Yeah, take me for a joke, I'm going back shit. Yeah, you stingy with your heart, I had to snatch it. Calm down, baby, don't do nothing drastic. Yeah, what? Nothing drastic. Remember we was laying on a floor mattress. You know I'm calm and collected, baby. You need space, I respect it, baby. What am I? What am I to do with me? What am I? What am I to do with me? Me. Yeah, baby, tell me. Yeah, baby, help me. Me. Yeah, baby, tell me. Yeah, baby, help me. Let's just keep running it. I got one more. Let's just keep running it. Shoo! Sing for the kid. We outside. Shoo! One more song. Let's just keep running it. Sing for the kid. I appreciate everybody rocking with me, especially y'all two going crazy. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. What? If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing. Yeah. What? If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing. What? She can sing, Yeah, if she wanna sing for the kids, then she can sing for me. Yeah, she wanna be a star, wanna make it fall, wanna work with niggas, but you know how these niggas are. Step into the studio, the vibes are feeling off again. Guess it's more than beats they keep offering. We must do better as men. If this is not true, then keep on bucking the trend and speak to all of your friends. They'll say it doesn't happen, the evidence insurmountable. Keep on speaking up and holding people accountable. Another thing that grinds my gears, yeah, is when they can't handle rejection. She ain't want you, nigga, go find a connection. You crashing out, could've chose better directions. A lot of niggas lost souls, some niggas got room for growth. She ain't trying to let you hit, she just trying to hit her notes. This feel like a New Testament, only real niggas blessing. It says a lot if you mad, huh? Yeah. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. Yeah, she can sing for me. Yeah, if she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. Yeah, she can sing for me. Yeah, if she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. Yeah, she can sing for me. Yeah, if she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. Yeah, she can sing for me. Sing. What? She can sing. Yeah, if she wanna sing for the kids, then she can sing for me. Yeah, little more that I gotta say about it. R.I.P. Jaden Perkins, I feel a way about it. God protecting his mother, I feel a way about it. It feel like hell on earth, I had to pray about it. Too many news stories starting off with niggas who out of control. I heard about Samaya getting stabbed for saying no to a nigga asking for digits. That should be a briefcase. That isn't standing on business, can't condone that. Can't be pride and ego, can't be someone that we know. Can't be taking somebody's life and not letting you in. I just have to go and make a song what I think of this shit. Y'all turn killers into the hero like really a bitch. Oh, she was in the mood. Oh, that's not an excuse. Oh, these hothead niggas got me burning up. There ain't no skeletons in your closet, keep turning up. I am not a saint, but the devil ain't heard from us. Yeah, what? If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing for me. If she wanna sing for the kids, she can sing. What? She can sing. What? If she wanna sing for the kids. Yo, that must. You said, I don't know if I can do that one. Yo, I go by the name Nature Well. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all, everybody that came with an idea. If you fuck with what you heard, you can find me at NatureWell95, NATEJOEL95. Much love. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.